Hey guys, welcome back to the Dolphin Pod. Sorry it's been a while. We ran into some technical difficulties and it's been kind of just a busy time of the year. So sorry for the delay since the last episode, but yeah, excited to present episode 5 of the Dolphin Pod. We interviewed Mrs. Gregory, had a mock Family Feud, and made a March Madness bracket, which I don't know. You'll see how it goes, but yeah, super excited. So stick around and find out.
All right, guys, welcome to the interview segment for this episode. Today we have Miss Gregory here for the interview, and I'm just going to ask her a few questions. So my first question is, if you guys didn't know, Miss Gregory was actually a lawyer before becoming a chemistry teacher here. And I just wanted to ask, how was your time being a lawyer, and what made you decide to change to become a teacher?
Okay, I was a lawyer for 22 years. I went to law school after getting a master's in chemistry, so I always had the background in chemistry. I was a patent lawyer. I worked for some small law firms in Greenville, South Carolina, and then I was in-house with a very large company, W.R. Grace, which y'all have probably never heard of, but I'm guessing your parents have, the cryovac division. So it was a packaging company, but we made plastic packaging. All of our suppliers were chemical companies. I did that for a while, and then I kind of went out on my own for a while. My husband was at Clemson University on the faculty there, and I was able to do some patent work for the university. So I represented the university, but I also represented some of the professors who kind of took their research out of the university and started startup companies. We moved up here for my husband's job. Most of my clientele was in South Carolina. I continued to do some work long distance. I also worked with a firm over in Chesapeake, but I never really enjoyed working by myself from home very much. And when the economy turned in about 2007, 2008, my business was lagging a little, and at the same time, the honors chem teacher at Cape Henry was about to go on maternity leave. And my daughter was in that class, and she suggested, you could do that. You could be a long-term sub for someone on maternity leave. I came in to do that, never expecting it to last more than 3 months, and I never left. I fell absolutely in love with teaching. I knew from day one that I was not thrilled with my work as a patent attorney, but I liked the money, and I guess I liked that people always seemed impressed that I was a patent attorney. Becoming a teacher was a bit of a culture shock. I mean, I knew I wouldn't make as much money, but I didn't know. People still want to refer to me as a lawyer, and I kind of resent that. I'm a teacher, and I really enjoy teaching. I think it's a very important thing to do, and I've been doing it for 16 years now. I was an attorney for 22, so I keep wanting to get better.
Yeah, and also I wanted to ask about teaching. What is your favorite part about teaching and teaching at Cape Henry?
Okay, being in the classroom teaching. I can't say that grading is my favorite part, but it's okay. I can't say that, a lot of the other stuff teachers have to do is my favorite part, although I love my colleagues, You know how important lunch is to me. I love going to lunch with my friends on faculty here. I miss them in the summer. But, yeah, as far as the job itself, my favorite part is being in front of the classroom.
Yeah.
I really enjoy working with students.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask, what's your favorite thing to do outside of the classroom?
Okay, so that's an interesting question. I knew you were going to ask that, and that's always a hard question for me to answer. I really enjoy traveling, but on a day-to-day basis, my husband has retired, and we have thrown around the idea of me retiring, and I just don't feel like I can retire right now because what would I do? I don't have any hobbies that I'm really completely immersed in. Before I started teaching, when I was working for myself, I also played a lot of tennis. I mean, I could get back into that for a bit. Yeah. Right now, I don't do it enough to do it regularly. I'm not any good.
Have you ever played pickleball?
I have never played pickleball.
I love playing pickleball.
Everybody tells me I should try it.
It's not as much running as tennis, but it's really fun. Yeah,
I should give that a try. But other than that, if I'm not in the summer all I'm doing is looking forward to my different trips. I really enjoy traveling.
Yeah. And speaking of traveling, like, what is your dream travel destination?
I don't know that I have one because I've gone to a lot of the places that I wanted to go. But there are still,
Do you have a favorite place that you've gone to?
Okay, I haven't been to Greece in years, but I would love to go back to Greece. I think I was a teenager last time I was in Greece. I would love to go back to Greece. I'm kind of a big city girl for the most part.
Yeah.
It's not like I want to go.
I love cities too.
I don't want to necessarily go. I had an opportunity to do one of the Nexus trips to Iceland. And it's beautiful and it's hiking and it's all of that, and that's just kind of not me.
Yeah.
I like to stay in a city in a nice hotel and go to museums and go to restaurants and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, my daughter's up in New York, and I absolutely love to visit her in New York.
Yeah, New York's super cool. I feel like there's just so much to do.
Oh,
You can stay there for a month and you can still
never
find
do
new
the
things.
same thing twice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, what is your favorite TV show?
Okay, that's funny. I didn't used to watch much TV. I think the pandemic got me back into television in a way that...
Same for me a little bit. I watched a lot more.
It's funny, because for years as a chemistry teacher, all my students were like, Mrs. Gregory, do you like Breaking Bad? And I had watched the pilot, and I really hated it because I thought the chemistry teacher was just so
he's only a chemistry teacher
for
like
a
one
chemistry
episode.
teacher. Yeah, and so I really didn't like that at all. But then I gave it a shot, and I did really enjoy that show. I liked Ozark. I like.
Did you watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah, I watched Better Call Saul.
That one's good too.
Yeah. There's, I basically kind of like spy action kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's super fun.
Yeah.
And also, if you could teach any other subject here, what would it be?
Okay, if I knew going in that I was going to be a teacher, which I never had any clue growing up that that's what I was going to do, I think I might have become a math teacher.
Okay.
Just because one of the things I really like about chemistry is the math. Now, I think chemistry has the advantage of being applied math, and so I think you can relate it more to the real world. But I really like math.
Yeah.
My math. I have lost a lot of my math.
Yeah.
The higher level math students here at Cape Henry are past me right now.
Yeah.
I could get it back, but I have no reason.
I don't
to.
understand how they can do like that far in calculus. I struggle with math a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty amazing what some of these kids do.
The concepts are really interesting, especially when you get up there in like calculus and the physics concepts too.
Right, exactly.
And the stuff we learn in chemistry.
I know, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the math in my classes is all pretty straightforward. It's basically algebra, but I do really enjoy math. I kind of miss math.
Yeah. Well, that concludes our interview with Miss Gregory. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah.
I appreciate you inviting me.
And we'll see you guys in the next segment.
Hey guys, it's Hallway Interviews. Today we're here with Miss Hummel, and I have a few questions to ask Miss Hummel. So Miss Hummel, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Moose Tracks, without a doubt.
Oh, that is a fantastic answer. Number 2, if you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
The Princess Bride.
Oh my god.
Who Wesley is named after.
Really?
Wesley the Dread Pirate Robert. Yep.
That's classic. Number 3, what was your least favorite subject in school and why?
I hate to do this to the math department, but it's just not my skill set. Our cameraman just ran into the pole.
Oh my god. Number 4, what is your go-to coffee order and how many cups do you usually drink a day?
Okay, I'm still a child. I don't drink coffee. I think it's disgusting and bitter and
I'm-
gross. I'm a hot chocolate drinker.
I am
and
so with you.
At least one a day.
Alright, number 5, what is your go-to karaoke song?
You don't want to hear me sing, but if I do, it's Dolly Parton 9 to 5.
I love that. Number 6, are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird. I get up to go to the gym at 5 a.m.
Me
so
too.
I'm at 8:30, 9 o'clock in bed.
And number 7 and final, what is your best part of your day?
I'm probably alone in this, but I love car line because I get to see all the little bitties when they get here in the morning.
That is so awesome. Thank y'all.
All right, guys. Today, in the spirit of March, we are filling out a March Madness bracket. Me and Keegan got some picks. We're going to hopefully be the first to ever create a perfect bracket.
Yeah.
One in
Some
whatever
good upsets.
quadrillion
Whatever the
odds,
odds are.
but we're going to do it. So let's get into it. Keegan, first pick, Auburn or Alabama State?
I mean, 16 seeds only upset twice. Don't think it's this year. I got
Really?
Auburn.
Yeah. I mean, I like Auburn's chances.
Yeah.
Louisville or Creighton. I mean, these 8 and 9 seeds, they can go any way.
It's a good game. I'd say they're pretty evenly matched, but I like ACC, so I'm taking Louisville.
I don't know, bro. Didn't Creighton have an upset? Didn't they upset who was it, UConn in the Big East tournament?
They might have, but I don't think UConn's
fallen off.
either.
Beating UConn isn't
And
as big of a thing.
Louisville's been a solid 2 seed in the ACC all year. I feel like
True.
they've been pretty
All right,
consistent.
let's take Louisville.
All right.
Michigan or UC San Diego.
This one I'm gonna have to do my give you my pitch, but
Okay.
UC San Diego is my sleeper team
Okay.
because they shoot 50% of their shots from 3.
Mm-hmm.
They shoot 40% from 3.
Okay.
They're top 10 in points off turnovers and forcing turnovers.
You actually did your research.
And Michigan struggles with turnovers.
Okay.
They're like the biggest turnover team in the whole tournament.
Okay.
So I think it's just a perfect fallen matchup. So I have UC San Diego.
I'm gonna trust your research, so let's lock that in. Texas A&M or Yale?
What you think?
I don't know anything about Yale really. I don't really know anything about all the Ivy schools, anyways. But I mean,
They force their opponents to shoot a lot of threes. I know that, and they're good at rebounding.
I don't know. I feel like taking the 4 seed is pretty safe. I mean,
We can do that. Yeah.
And now this one, there's only one correct answer.
I think we both agree here. UNC.
As a Carolina fan,
Upset.
Tar Heels are winning.
Shout out Zach.
People forget 2022, where 8 seed Carolina went to the national championship.
They have tournament experience.
They just have tournament, I don't know.
I'm telling
something
you,
about them.
ACC teams always perform in the tournament.
Always.
NC State last year. 11 seed. ACC
how it
just
is.
knows how to run the tournament, even when the SEC gets the higher seed.
the SEC is overhyped.
I agree.
Okay, Iowa State and Lipscomb.
I don't think there's an upset here.
I don't know. I have not heard any buzz about them. And Iowa State has been
Iowa State's been pretty
all
solid
year.
this year.
All year they've been
Yeah.
at the top. Number 7 Marquette versus New Mexico.
I think it's a pretty evenly matched up game.
Yeah.
But I think New Mexico's lost some games that scare me a little about them, so I took Marquette in this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. Obviously, just the Big East is more competitive. I mean,
I feel like you could really go either way here, but I took Marquette.
Yeah, let's take the chance here.
Yeah.
Michigan State, Bryant.
I think this is a no-brainer. Michigan State's one of the best teams in the country.
Especially in March.
Especially.
Florida, Norfolk State. I mean, we have our local, pretty much hometown team
Shout out to
versus
green and gold.
the number 1 favorite to win it all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm rooting for them, but I don't think Florida can be stopped.
I'll be happy if we get this wrong, but Florida's winning that. UConn, Oklahoma.
See, me personally, I'm a UConn hater, so.
I agree with you on that.
I think they've fallen off, and the only reason they're even in the tournament is because they've won back-to-back.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So.
And, dude, I just hate Dan Hurley.
Yeah, I just don't think
Hurley's
they're that good.
just a pompous prick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think they're good this year.
Just because I hate the coach and I don't know, overhyped. Oklahoma, you got it. Memphis, Colorado State.
I mean, Memphis is tough. They got what's his name, Haggerty, the guard.
I don't know his first name.
Yeah, but he's tough. And it seems like in March it's always guard play that carries teams.
That's true.
So I don't think there's an upset here. Although Colorado State's pretty good, I think they're actually favored.
I feel like we got to pick some upsets though.
Well, I got some coming. Just wait.
You got some coming?
Yeah,
all right.
I got some brewing.
I'll trust that. All right. You got Memphis. Maryland, Grand Canyon.
I don't know much about Grand Canyon.
I don't know anything about that. I think did they win their first round last year?
They
made the tournament
They
2
did.
years in a row.
And I think they were 13 seed both times or something. They were high double digits. Or low, technically.
Oh my! You know what I just remembered?
Huh.
Have you seen those videos Maryland, their last 4 losses? It's all buzzer beaters.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Maryland has the worst luck, and
They
especially
do have horrible luck.
Maryland, especially this postseason, and second half of the season has had the worst luck of all time.
Luck is not in their hands.
I feel like
they lose to like a buzzer beater
I'm okay
again
with that.
to Grand
I'm okay
Canyon,
with
just
that.
because they've had the worst luck so far. Missouri and Drake.
I have Drake. This is my sleeper pick,
Okay.
too. Because
Let me hear
Drake, he's a D2 coach. They just hired him.
Yeah.
4-time champion in a
D2.
row
Wow.
for the D2 championship. He comes over, brings his entire roster with him. So they got chemistry and experience. And their first year, they're like 30-7 or something.
Yeah.
Like they just came in, showed up, team experience, and just killed it.
All right.
And
All right. That's enough for me. I'll take
I've
Drake.
got them.
Texas Tech, UNCW.
It's Texas Tech. They got experience in March. They were just too good to stop.
All right. Those are the Red Raiders.
Yeah.
Kansas, Arkansas.
See, I'm not a big fan of Kansas.
Neither am
I
I.
think they're
Neither am I.
huge frauds. So I have Arkansas winning this one. Calipari's going to get his revenge.
Even though I think the SEC is overrated, I think the Big 12 is even more overrated. So
Agreed.
Arkansas. Yeah, Calipari. That's true. He's coming for revenge this year.
He's coming.
For sure.
He's got to get one.
St. John's and Omaha.
I got St. John's. I don't think it's
Yeah.
upset alert.
2 seed, unless we get another Oakland like last year.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the other side here. Number 1 Duke versus Mount St. Mary's.
I think we got Duke taking that one pretty easily.
Sadly, yeah. It's another 8-9 seed, Mississippi State, Baylor.
I feel like it could go either way, honestly. I mean,
Always
it's really
8-9.
just a close matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked Baylor because I've just know Baylor basketball, but either
Sure.
way, it's fine.
Let's take the Bears. Oregon versus Liberty.
This one I've been struggling with. I think
This is
in
another
my-
like Virginia
yeah.
team. Like we know
I think in
people
my
would
bracket,
go there.
I rocked with Liberty because of Bryson Spell. Had to
Oh,
support.
snap.
I had to support my guy, so
Honestly, just because of that,
let's,
yeah.
let's do it.
Cape Henry basketball player. I mean, we got to do that.
Yeah.
Arizona versus Akron.
I've heard a lot of buzz about Akron, but I just think Caleb Love just knows what he's doing. He's a dog.
All right.
March.
That is true. Yeah, he
dog.
carried that 2022 UNC team.
That shot over Mark Williams.
Yeah, he is streaky,
Yeah.
but not in March. So, BYU, VCU. I'm not gonna lie, BYU is a choke team every single year. Every
know they got
single
upset
year.
last year.
They lost to Duquesne last
They
year.
did, yeah.
But I swear, I don't know why, but BYU always in the tournament, always chokes, never past
Yeah.
the first weekend. So I mean, I definitely don't have them in the Sweet 16. I don't know. I mean, do you want them in the round of 32?
See, the thing is, I struggle with this one too. I put a lot of thought into it, but I think whoever wins this game goes straight to Bama and meets Bama.
Okay.
So that was my pick. I'm fine with either, but I think either way, whoever wins is taking the next one too.
Over Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I'll let you
What do you
make the
take?
call.
Fine. Yeah, fine. We'll take BYU. I'll eat my words. Wisconsin, Montana,
I think it's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
For sure. Vandy, St. Mary's.
I just think Vandy's another SEC.
SEC,
Just
they
got
know
him.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
They play, I mean, all of SEC's ranked, so
Yeah.
it's just tougher
And St.
competition.
Mary's just plays slow, and Vanderbilt's been getting their butt kicked all year. So
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
And then
Bama. Fast shooting team.
offense.
Yeah. Houston, let me talk about Houston. Explain to me, why is Houston always a number 1 or number 2 seed every single year and never makes it past the first week?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll lose to
Yeah.
a 16 seed, but I definitely think
No
their time is
Sweet
short.
16.
I think their
I
time
do
is
not
short.
think they're going to the Sweet 16. Zaga, Georgia.
I think this one's really a toss-up. I think I just went with Georgia because of SEC
SEC.
play.
Gonzaga, what is it, Mountain West?
Yeah,
They're-
something like that.
It's just like no comp.
They're with St. Mary's, but that's about it.
McNeese. Have you been hearing the McNeese buzz?
I have, but I
And
have
the manager?
I have a little bias towards McNeese. I picked him last year
Mhm.
as an underdog to go to Sweet 16.
Oh, jeez.
And they lost first round. So I'm not a big fan of them.
Okay.
And I do actually have Clemson coming out of this region, so I went with Clemson.
Clemson. All right, let's do it.
I think ACC basketball will show up in the tournament.
Yeah, it's
It's true. High Point and Purdue.
I think it's Purdue. I've heard buzz about High Point, but I just think Purdue's got it.
I mean, I'll take that, but we'll probably have them lose the next round. But don't forget they lost to Farley Dickinson in the first round
I will not
2 years ago. Illinois, Xavier.
I think Illinois in this one. If Texas was in here, I could see maybe a little Cinderella run. But I think Illinois, they know what they're doing. They're a pretty good team.
All right. Kentucky and Troy. Kentucky has a history of choking.
They do have a history, which is a little scary.
Do we take?
I just don't know enough about Troy.
I don't either. But it's like you have to pick a couple Cinderellas. There will be a 14 or 15 seed that makes
for sure
some buzz. I feel like looking at it now, it's like, are we picking Wofford or are we picking Troy? Because we got to pick a Cinderella.
I don't know. I think between those two, I think I would pick Troy.
Just Kentucky.
Yeah.
All right.
This one, I don't really know much about Utah State. Haven't watched much, so I just went with Blue Blood. Chose UCLA.
Yeah. Same. And then I guess we got Tennessee. All right. Let's fill out the round of 32. Auburn, Louisville.
See, this one, my personal backer, I chose Louisville to upset
Wow.
Auburn. I think Auburn is the biggest fraud in the tournament.
Why?
Just because they started off so strong.
Yeah.
And these last few games, they've been losing and keeping it way too close. I think they used all their luck, and it ran out early on.
Okay.
I think they're on a losing streak, and they're on the downhill.
How did
right
Louisville
now.
do in the ACC tournament?
They went all the way to the championship, and they held their own against Duke until the last few seconds where they had to get some free throw fouls.
Yeah, I stopped watching after Carolina.
But,
lost.
I mean, they've been the 2 seed all year in the ACC. I don't know. I'm fine with them losing here, but I chose Louisville to spice things up. But I can see
I'm gonna trust your gut. Louisville. Yeah, I don't know. I do agree with you. The ACC is a little underrated, and which is crazy to say because that was not the case.
Used to be
a couple years ago. San Diego A&M.
I think we can go. What do you want?
Don't care. You want the little Cinderella run?
We can do it. If we have
Why
to.
not? Carolina, Iowa State.
What do you think?
Okay, it's Carolina.
All right.
I can't. As a fan, I can't.
And I think Michigan State,
Yeah,
please.
for sure.
Clears
A
here.
little rematch from last year.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Florida. Florida's not.
Obviously.
They're not being stopped.
Memphis,
I think
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon comes to the end here. I think Memphis takes it.
Cool.
This
Drake,
one?
Texas Tech.
I mean, I rock with Drake, but do we really think they can beat a powerhouse at Texas Tech? I don't know. I think play it safe.
Okay. All right, play it safe. Arkansas, St. John's.
I think St. John's is just going to steamroll their way here.
All right, cool. Dude, yeah.
Not a
Dude,
match.
That's not a
Match.
question. Arizona and Liberty.
I think Caleb Love knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Rock with him.
BYU and Wisconsin.
This one, I said BYU. I might eat my own words here, so whatever you
BYU
think.
never makes it past the first weekend,
could be
bro.
true.
Never past the first weekend.
And then
All right.
Bama's just high-powered offense.
Yeah.
They're not going to be stopped there.
Houston and Georgia.
I think Houston survives one more.
No, all right. They're losing the next round.
Just off of that, but I don't think they go any further.
Just because they got the ones. You said you got Clemson over.
Yeah, I got
Purdue.
Clemson
All right.
here. Do we have the Cinderella
No more Zach
continue?
Eady. No.
I think Illinois puts it away here.
Like, definitely not. I haven't heard
And
a
then
word about Troy.
Tennessee.
Okay. I mean, we got it's mainly some high seeds here. All right, Sweet 16. We got UC San Diego, Louisville.
I think Cinderella comes to an end.
Yeah,
I think
Louisville's
AC
been hot.
Yeah.
Carolina, Michigan State.
I'll let you make the choice here, but I chose Michigan State.
Yeah, sadly, it's
Sadly,
probably
it comes
the
to an
truth.
end. Florida's just
Florida.
going to walk their way.
100%. That's my favorite to
Yeah.
win. I think we
And-
both said ours are. So
Yeah, and then St. John's, they're going to do their thing.
I'll say Jones. All right.
I think
Illinois, Tennessee.
SEC wins here, Tennessee,
All right.
and then this is where I think
Yeah,
Houston
Clemson.
comes
100%.
to the
Houston choke.
end. Agreed. And then I think
Yeah,
Duke,
Duke, sadly.
they get their revenge.
Yep.
Caleb,
Yep.
and then I think
Wisconsin,
Bama just powers through with their offense.
Okay. All right. Elite Eight now.
Where you want to start?
Let's go Louisville, Michigan State.
I think the Louisville run comes to an end.
Right.
I think Michigan State puts it away with their defense.
Florida, St. John's.
This is what I wanted my championship game to be before the bracket came out.
Okay.
I wanted these two as my favorites to win, but I can't pick against Florida.
It's Florida. Duke, Bama.
I think Duke's just got better defense. Duke's going to stop the
It's
offense.
the sad truth, but
Yeah.
Cooper Flag.
And then this one, I had some deciding a lot. I thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
I just took Clemson.
All right,
let's
do it. Let's do it.
I just
Let's have
thought,
them going
can't
on
have
this
ones
year.
and two seeds.
That's right.
Someone's going to make it.
All right. Duke or Clemson?
I think Duke just walks their way into the championship.
We
And I
said
think
Florida.
The same with Florida.
Florida taking the dub. Final score.
Let's do 78 to 73.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. That is our bracket. We'll see how we do.
Yeah.
Hopefully perfect.
Hopefully it's good. Maybe $1 million prize will be split between
We'll
us.
see. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Right, so my name's Lucio Music. I'm a 16-year-old music producer and artist, and I got into music when I was about 13. On a little iPad, I was just working with GarageBand, making whatever I could. So just grew from there. Right, head-to-head has a sort of unique bounce that I've never tried before. I was sure to use different techniques with mixing that makes it a little more special than my other tracks. Like, I have some albums that are not quite as punchy as head-to-head. It's very energetic, which is what makes it special. It's mainly about going face-to-face with your problems and also being confident in yourself as a person and just making your own moves without worrying what other people say about you. So head-to-head is just about, being willing to fight against whatever's causing problems for you. Go head-to-head against it, My shawty told me she wanted more time with me. But really, that isn't my problem. She says she want me, but she got some issues. I'm like, how is you even gonna solve them? It's about, doing your own thing, not worrying about, in this case, the ladies, but whatever's causing you problems in life. Quit talking. You don't mess with no drama. Just stay drama-free. In life, just like do your own thing. Don't worry about other people. Making the money and making the friends. Hopping the whip is a means to an end. It's about having fun. Just. Be yourself, focus on what matters, which in my case would be, getting up there, and then you can focus on the other things. All right, I plan to go to university for music production and recording arts, so I want to work in the industry as a full-time music producer and hopefully sustain myself in all future ventures with music. And maybe I'd be able to make an impact in the industry with my melodies, my messages.
Hey guys, so I'm Caleb Reeves.
And I'm Alex Nelson.
And we're two of the lawyers that are going to be arguing for the mock trial Supreme Court case next Wednesday on March 26.
The case we're arguing this year is Estados Unidos Mexicanos versus Smith & Wesson, among other gun manufacturers. Mexico is seeking relief for the damages caused by cartels using American weapons from the gun manufacturers. I'm going to be arguing for the gun manufacturers on the issue of proximate cause, where I have to disprove Mexico's claim that there's a direct link between the manufacturers and the cartels' illegal use of their weapons.
I'm arguing for Mexico for proximate cause, and I'm trying to prove that there is a direct link between the harm that Mexico received and the petitioner's unlawful sales. And so this argument is going to be on March 26th on Wednesday night. So make sure you go. Ann Crouch and Addie Winfield are also arguing for Mexico and the petitioners. And Ann will be arguing for the aiding and abetting for Mexico. And Addie will be arguing for the aiding and abetting for the petitioners. Also, if you're in one of Mr. McGraw's classes and you go, you also get extra credit. So make sure you go, and we'll see you there.
Episode of the the Dolphin Feud, the Dolphin Family Feud. We have two great teams here today. Let's hear it over here for team the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. I like it. Yeah. And over here
Master.
The Gas Master? Oh, the Guest Masters. Excellent, the Guest Masters. Well, let's have somebody from the Brady Bunch and somebody from the Guest Masters come on down. All right, so we're going to ask you this question, and the first person to smack the table gets the first attempt at answering. The first question that we're asking is, what school supply do you never have enough of? Logan?
Paper.
Logan says paper.
That is the number. Oh, wait.
Oh, be quiet. Okay.
I clicked the wrong one.
That's okay. Actually, paper is the number 2 answer, Logan. Well, now everybody sees all the other answers. But
Callie can't see it.
Callie, you can take this right now. What school supply do you never have enough of?
Pencils.
Pencils is the number 1 answer. All right. Do you want to play or pass?
Play.
You gotta tell her like with some enthusiasm. Play, play, play. Oh, that was not very enthusiastic. All right, let's go back to your team and let's play. Let's play. Go. Did you see the answers?
No, I can't see that far.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So you got it?
I got it.
All right.
Go, you're next.
Are we ready? Remember the question. The question is, what school supply do you never have enough of?
Pens.
Pens. Is pens on the board, Porter?
Pens is on the board.
Number 3.
With 2.
Now, all right. Are you ready, Lauren?
No.
This is it. Right now, you all get ready. We have no strikes yet. What school supply do you never have enough of?
Erasers.
Erasers. Do we have erasers
Wait.
on the board?
Hold on, I need to check.
Is erasers on the board?
It was not on the board.
All right, they have strike 1. Let's go back to the beginning. What school supply do we never have enough of? Oh wait, Callie, it's your turn. Sorry.
Callie.
3, 2, 1. Too late. That's the second strike. Let's go. Last shot. Last shot.
What did she say?
Oh, go. What are you gonna say?
Computer charger.
A computer charger. 3 strikes. We're gonna go over here to the guessers. What did you guess? Yes, masters. All right. What do you all say? This is your chance to steal. 3, 2, 1. Markers. All right. That means that the Brady Bunch wins this round. What was our final answer going to be?
37 points. For
37 points, and
final
it is
answer was pencil lead.
pencil lead. Oh, da da da, da da da. All right, are we doing another one? All right, the next contestant, come on down. Let's go. All right. Okay, here we go. Hands on the table. What rule? I'm sure it's supposed to be do students, not two students, right?
It is.
What rule do students break the most? No.
Dress code.
Dress code.
Dress code is the number 1.
Number 1 answer. Play or do you want to pass?
We want to play.
All right, let's go, yes, masters. Let's go. All right. Logan, you're up next. What rule do students break the most?
Oh my God.
All right, moving on. All right, are you ready? What rule do students break the most?
Phones in class.
Phones in class.
Oh, yeah.
Phones
I need to
in
see.
class. Let's see.
That is the second answer.
Oh, yes, my goodness. Good answer. Back to you. What rule do students break the most?
When you have to be in class.
Being
late.
Tardy.
Tardy.
Yeah, tardy to class. Tardy to class.
Number 4 answer.
Number 4. Oh, no pressure. No pressure. No pressure. You all should be talking. What are you going to say? Yeah, think. Okay. All right. What rule do students break the most?
Cutting the lunch line?
Cutting in the lunch line. Do people do that?
That
How
was not.
rude.
By the way, for those of you watching, we surveyed Cape Henry students for this list.
Oh, okay.
They did
Not adults, because we see the cutting happen. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's not on the board,
It's
what you're
not on
saying?
the board.
That's your second X. All right, final answer. What do you got? What rule do students break the most?
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum like you are right now.
Yeah, basically.
Chewing gum?
That's not.
All right, let's go, Brady Bunch. This is your chance. What Well, you all can answer as a group. You can decide, right? What's your answer?
Like wearing headphones?
Like wearing headphones? Like wearing headphones?
Headphones.
Wearing headphones in class?
The Cape Hunter students we interviewed did not agree with that one.
That means you all win. So what is our third most popular answer? Oh, taking dishes out of the cafeteria. How rude is that? That's almost as bad as cutting in line. All right, so what's our total score?
They have.
What was your score before?
37.
Okay.
20. They have 26.
26. All right, this is the final round, right? This is the final round coming up next, so we need our third person to come to the table. Let's go. Let's go. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Let's go. Okay. And, all right. And here we go. How many students did we survey?
We surveyed, well, all our followers, so that's like 200 people. But
we surveyed
we got
200 people for this.
We got like 50 answers.
Okay, so 50 students responded to this question. Are you ready? I'm going to be able to see your hands, and you want to slap it, and I want to hear it. What is the most difficult class? See? Yes?
A push.
A push! That would be AP US History with Mr. Palmer.
Did not make the top 4.
Oh, Mr. Palmer's going to be so sad. All right. Do you have a guess?
AP Physics.
AP Physics.
Was the number 1?
Number 1 answer. Oh, Mr. Rogers. Yes. All right. I assume you're going to play for the win here?
Oh, yes.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. What is the number 2, 3, or 4 answer? What is the most difficult class at CHC?
Honors Chem.
Honors Chem. Is Honors Chem on the board?
Honors Chem is not on there.
That's our first strike. Next. What?
AP Bio.
AP
Not
Bio.
on there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Last one here. What do you got?
AP Chem.
AP Chem. The number
answers.
3. All right, good job. Now you still have 2 strikes. What's the next one?
AP Calc.
AP Calculus.
4
Yes.
answers.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. And to win the game, you have 2 strikes to win the game. What is the number 2 answer? What is the most difficult class at CHC?
AP Environmental Science.
No, not on there.
Oh my gosh, over here.
For the win.
What is it again? For the win. What is the number 3 answer for the most difficult class at CHC?
Honors Physics.
Honors Physics.
Not
I
on
would have
there.
guessed. That's what I would have guessed. Oh, what's
We do have one more question, so we can do a tiebreaker.
We do. What is it?
It was AP.
Oh, AP Legs. Oh, Michelle. Oh, all right. We have to have a tiebreaker now, so we need one person from each team. Come on down. Come on down and have a seat. And this is going to be, well, what we now call sudden victory, because we're not allowed to really say sudden death anymore in sports. So this will be sudden victory, okay? So whoever gets the higher ranked answer, your team wins. No pressure. All right, ready? Hands on the table. Which is the best bell to have study hall?
5.
Bell 5?
5 is not in the top 1.
Bella, this is for the win.
Bell 6.
Bell 6.
Bell 6 is the number 1 answer.
So let's hear what the other answers are. When we show it, you all got to sing it out, right? The second answer.
Bell.
Bell 1. The third answer. Bell 3. Why Bell 3?
Great.
It has a break. That's right. It's a little bit longer. Good.
Oh.
And the fourth answer?
Bell.
Bell 7. Why? Because it rotates. All right. Let's give it up. What do they win? What do they win?
Oh, they win donuts. I got donuts. I forgot to bring them up.
Dolphin. Family Feud.
All right, guys, that's it for episode 5. Thanks for watching to the end, and we'll see you in episode 6. Make sure you keep up with our Instagram and follow everything Dolphin Pod. So see you on the next one.